We have heard from a lot of you about our interview last night with drag queen and Navy Yeoman Second Class Joshua Kelley. He goes by Harpy Daniels on Instagram and on TikTok, and told us the Navy's chief of information approached him last year to be a digital ambassador.
The Navy reached out to us. It was the CHINFO.
Okay.
Chief of Information sent us a letter inviting us. And I believe they sought us out to see if we can reach out to different demographics.
Evidently, members of Congress saw our story too. They claim Harpy's comments proved to them that the Navy lied, and say a Navy briefer denied the existence of drag queen digital ambassadors during the discussion about missed recruiting goals. And there are a lot of missed recruiting goals. Among them, Congressman Mark Alford from Missouri, the other side of the state from where I'm from, is with us now, sir. All right, so tell us what the Navy told you versus what you see happening.
Well, it's not just some underling in the Navy. This is the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, who came before our House Armed Services Committee on March 29th and told us point blank Matt Gaetz was doing the questioning. He had heard about drag shows being done on military bases. In fact, a military number was used in the promotion of these drag shows, and the Secretary of Defense flatly denied it.
Okay, so here's what the Secretary said. Take a listen.
The drag you Nellis on June 17th. Who funded these things, Mr. Secretary?
Listen, drag shows are not something that the Department of Defense supports or funds. So.
But wait, why are they happening on military bases? I just showed you the evidence. Why are they happening?
I will say again, this is not something that we support or fund.
Accusing the Secretary of Defense of lying is a pretty high bar. Is there a chance he's sort of mincing words here of support and fund is different than a drag queen who's a digital ambassador?
Even maybe he was ignorant that it was happening. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Even if you're mincing words, number one, you shouldn't be ignorant of this. You need to know what's going on below you in the chain of command. And so this knowledge needs to come. He should have at least gone back and checked on it, because we made a big deal about this and then corrected the record if you found out the truth. We fired off a letter to the Secretary of Defense on May 4th from my tiny little office on the 5th floor of Longworth. You know what his response was?
You're a freshman, you'll get a bigger office soon enough, okay?
I had 8 signatories on this. You know what he told us? Basically, we'll get back to you when we get back to you. Jim Banks, who is the chairman of the Personnel Committee, which I'm on, we sent a letter together from House Armed Services. This came out on May 9th, demanding detailed answers. We are going to get to the bottom of this.
So let's talk about why this is important, right? Because there's a lot of issues in the military right now. There's a lot of issues in America. Why are drag queens being digital ambassadors for the Navy important? And we'll let Joshua say that he's more than just a drag queen in his mind. Take a listen.
I've been on 3 deployments myself. I have credit where credit is due. I'm proud to serve, and I'm proud for the stuff that I've done within the military too. I'm more than just a drag queen. I have records of awards and accomplishments that I've done myself, along with any other service member who served.
So what's the problem?
It's not that he's a drag queen. If you want to do that on your own time, go be the best drag queen you can be, but not on a nuclear carrier. Not on any ship, not to recruit people into the Navy for that reason. You know, we have China breathing down our neck. It is the greatest single threat to our national security right now. They could be at any moment getting ready to invade Taiwan. We missed our recruitment goal by 25% last year. I understand the military.
How do we tie missed recruiting goals? And I understand the argument that we've missed recruiting goals. There's no question about that. A lot of reasons for that. How do you tie, or is there any data to tie, missed recruiting goals to what Republicans will call wokeness in the military?
Yes. It's a theory on my part, but I think that with some research we can prove this. And I questioned Secretary of Austin and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Milley, about this. What is happening that we have lost respect for our country? What has happened that we've lost pride in what America is? I firmly believe that the woke, broke, progressive left have so demonized our founding fathers, have sold our children a bill of goods that there is nothing special about this country, that it is not worth fighting for, it is not worth dying for. And the patriotism has gone from this generation. We need to inspire people to greatness, to tell them once again that this is the greatest nation known to man, and it is worth something.
And so the line goes, because there is this breakdown in patriotism, therefore military recruiting goals are down, therefore having
Leland,
drag queens furthers that?
Unfortunately, there are parents and grandparents who served in the military who are veterans now, who because of this incident are telling their children and grandchildren, don't even bother about serving in the military.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.